Hi there crafters, it's Louise with you today. Welcome along to another 3 old and 3 new scrapbook layout. So today I'm going with a double page and I'm using these Vicki Boutin papers as one of my new elements. So these are the pre-made backgrounds and I am going to pull from my rainbow patterned paper stash. So I actually keep my patterned papers and my embellishments mostly by colour so that if I want to use something in particular, I can go straight to that colour and find exactly what's going to coordinate with my page. So in this case, I have a pile of slightly older, again, bit of stash busting going on, rainbow patterned papers that I want to go through and use to coordinate, because the background, while it's a super cool background, I love the sort of messy square and then the overlay of the black dots, it is kind of hard to coordinate. It's a funny sort of colour. It's a toss-up between a grey and a brown. So I definitely wanted to bring some colour into this, and I do that with those rainbow patterned papers. Now I am going to cover up the name of my son's school just for privacy reasons, obviously. But essentially, these are some pictures that the school had sent through to me of his time spent doing different elements of school. So obviously we've got a picture of him receiving a school award. We've got him working with some younger students, cross country, those sorts of fun things going on. So definitely wanted to put these onto a double page layout so that they were all coordinated. Now I'm going to mount the main photo on this left-hand side onto some gold sparkly cardstock, and I'm going to do this because I really want to highlight the difference between that sort of left-hand side and right-hand side, but I want these layouts to coordinate together. Now I struggle so much with double page layouts. I don't know why. I'm just a single page scrapper, but every now and again I have the kind of photos that call for a double page. So to trick myself into not realizing that I'm doing a double page, I will actually treat it like a single page. So you can see that over to the left, I'm focusing on using those frames in the background. And I do apologise that some of my right-hand side video where I'm embellishing there is off camera. I didn't realise that my camera was positioned incorrectly until I actually started to process this part of the video. Now I do fix it, so hopefully soon you'll get to see the actual main double page spread come together a little bit better. Here we go. Okay, so off camera I have done a little bit of sticking down in terms of those frames. I'm pretty happy with how things are sitting. Now I like to just pop them down with enough adhesive that I can still move them if I need to. So you can see there's a combination I'm using of tacky glue. I am using double-sided tape, and then I'm using foam dots as well. So this is simply my way because I still am undecided about what I'm actually going to do with my background. So I sort of want to get my photo and my top level elements like the frames and the embellishments together before I actually make a decision on those background mixed media elements. Now, these particular embellishments are also Vicki Boutin, so I'm trying to think of what collection they are. Create, make and create, something create today. Anyway, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you search up Vicki Boutin, if you do a bit of a Google search, you'll be able to find those. Now, in terms of stash elements today, I'm trying to think. Okay, so we had the patterned paper. The frames are new. The background papers are new. The embellishments are new. What else did I use? I can't remember. Well, it's going to have to be a surprise for both you and me as we watch this video. Now, I think die cutting is making a comeback, and I was never a huge fan of die cutting. I actually had to get this machine back from my mum. I had given it to her because it was gathering dust. I had mainly used my Cricut, my Cameo. I used to have a Cricut many years ago. So I still have a Cameo, and I would use that if I needed to cut something. But oftentimes the thought of actually having to get my Cameo out and program something and actually load paper and then unstick it from the sticky pad, for me that was just, I didn't want to do that anymore. I needed to get this die cut machine back and working again. So what I'm doing is cutting a bunch of stars with my die cutting machine, and it's at this point that I know I want to put stars around the background of the photo. So this is essentially like a little superstar layout, and for that I'm going to maneuver these stars. So I want to sort of tuck them in behind this patterned paper, but I want to leave some that are textured and have sort of a little pop against the background. So you can see some will get tucked behind. I want to use all different patterned papers. Some will sort of sit forward a little bit. It's really just deciding on what process works best for you. So you can see that this is quite a challenging task. I've got lots of patterns going on. I've got different papers from my stash that I've used. I've got different sizes of stars, but I know I'm also going to cover some of this up with my photos as well. So I have to be sort of paying attention to where everything's positioned in order to make sure that I get a cohesive layout. And I definitely love how this turned out. I think those stars just add the most glorious pop of embellishment to that background. So you can see on the left I've got that focus on the frames, and on the right I've got that focus on the stars with the multi-photo. And essentially This layout can be coordinated because the background paper is the same. So that grey Vicki Boutin paper with the spots, and then that rainbow dotted paper in the middle. Your layout doesn't have to be completely similar. It just has to have elements that tie it together. So once I am satisfied with the way these stars are sitting in the background, I'm going to flip the whole thing over and do the stars on the bottom side as well. I'm also going to add some gold around those stars. I felt like they were kind of getting a little bit lost, and there was a lot to overwhelm the eye. All that pattern paper, there was a big mix of patterns, and it just needed to come back to again, bring it all together. So a little bit of the gold sparkle, and then I'm going to stick most of this down. And because I had used foam tape behind some of those stars, it was hard to stick these photos down over the top because they didn't want to touch the patterned paper. So I'm going to actually go back and use a bit of tacky glue just to keep everything locked down. I'm big on extra sticking today at the moment because my layouts have been falling apart lately. But essentially I am using this glitter glue. It's an Art by Marlene. It comes in a set. So there's like a black glitter, a silver glitter, a gold glitter, and I'm going to go around those stars and just mark each of them. As you can see, I'm having a little trouble with my glue clogging up the tip, but this I felt really just brought it all together. And then I also decide to add a little bit of that gold around the background behind those frames, and you can see that it gives it that sort of pop of color. It coordinates quite well, and you get this double page layout that, although it's not completely identical, it coordinates quite well and tells that story. So that is my double page layout for today. I hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that if you're not already a subscriber, you have done so. And of course, if you like this video on the 3 old and 3 new, I would love to see your comments or hear how you felt about this. So thank you for watching, and I shall chat to you next video.